Okay, so we are going to move these lines over so that the bridge of the nose is going to go wider. So the first stage was to make a connection where all of the braid tails were put on the blue side, the blue-green side, because that's where we're going to push out with the black. So I first want to put all those braid tails to the blue-green side. And then we're going to just lift them out of the way, and we're going to make the connection without dealing with those braid tails. Because remember, when you're going straight down for any length of time, you're okay going to just catch these braids every 2 rows. So I would have 2 connections here, and then I would do these braids. So that's what I want to show you. Okay, and so now I will catch all of these braids on the black side, and the black is going to extend over 1 warp. Now it's going to extend, and it's going to grab all of these tails. It's extending beyond 1, and it's going to also include those tails. So then a half twist with a So we've extended the bridge of the nose here, and we've made it wider by 1 warp over here and 1 warp over here. And that's how we handled those braids, creating it following as we move wider on the nose. Okay, so we did the connection the last time here, and we put everything on the black side. So now we're going to do a connection and get back on track with the blue and the black outside braid tails to be included on the blue side. Okay, so this is the last warp, and I'm going to take and include the blue and the black on the blue side, and then a half twist with the front yarn going over the back yarn, and then just drops. Okay, now we have the white braid tails and the black braid tails, and with the black weavers, I'm going to scoop up those tails as well as the blue-green weaver, and then do a naheen turn with over, behind, and in this case 1, okay, Let's look if we did that right. Let's look if the connections are okay. Yeah, there you see that it moved over the previous row, and now I'm continuing to connect there on that new, between those new warps. So I'm going to find that weaver, that blue-green weaver that got grabbed, and I'm going to put it to the back and behind, in this case, 2. So now we're on track with the blue and the black on the blue side again, and the white and the black on the black side. Now I didn't wait for the let me tell you that when you're going straight down, you can do the braid action every 2 rows and then switch. But once that the pattern starts moving, starts making and taking shapes instead of being straight, that's when every connection needs to include the braids. You need to do braid action, and you need to include these braids with every connection, every time you connect with a color next to each other like that when you're creating a shape. So that's when you attend to all the braids all the time. So we're back to the blue and the black on the blue side, and the white and the black on this side. And that is how you're going to gently create this bit of a curve here that's going to happen. And we're going to start working on the nostril of the nose. So that's how we moved over 1 and extended the shapes. We used the connections, we used the way we placed our braids. So over here, this got caught all on the black side. So we're now ready to do a join. Even though I have made no connections here below this, now is the time, because we're creating the shape. Now is the time to do the braids, attend to the braids. And that really is the reason why Naheen is so slow, is because when you're creating these very complex shapes, the ovoids, the U's, the circles, whenever the shape is being created, and then there's curves and movement in the lines of the shape, that's when you do you're always doing the braids. You're always including the braids. The people that first came to our coast and watched us do this weaving, actually Captain Cook was the first one, and he was down in the Juneau territory near Nootka, and he observed a person weaving cedar, making a cedar garment out with the loom, and it was a gravity-weighted loom, what we now call the northern loom. But Captain Cook observed this down in Vancouver Island, and he was actually the first person to take note. He actually took notes in his journal. Okay, so I know I extended the black, and I know that all of them were on the black side, but now we're not doing that. We're going to get the black and white on the black side, and then we're going to do a half twist, and we're going to grab the blue and the black on the blue-green side. So find that black weaver and make sure you include it because that's where the connection happens. Now I'm going to find the black weaver, and they're both looking exactly the same, right? So that's why I always give it a tug. Find out where that tension is. So this is, I see, this is the weaver. It's going to go behind and up, breaking the pair above. There. So we've expanded the nostril, and now we're going to, my next episode of this YouTube, then we will start on the upper nostril, and that will be the next step. But right now, that is how we expand. We move over. Thank you for watching. It's a pleasure to share what I have, what I do. Thank you.